Welcome back to Auto Garage, and today we're taking a nostalgic yet refreshing journey into a car that has always stood out for its timeless beauty and artistic craftsmanship, the 2010 Karmann Ghia. Now, when most people hear that name, they immediately think of the classic curves of the mid-century icon. But the 2010 edition, though rare and modernized by enthusiasts and restoration specialists, captures that same soul, refined for the modern age while preserving the charm that made it one of Volkswagen's most beautiful creations. This isn't a car that shouts for attention, it's a car that earns it quietly, through elegance, design, and personality. The first impression when you see the 2010 Karmann Ghia is pure admiration. The exterior retains the signature flowing lines of the original, a design that was always more sculpture than sheet metal. The front end greets you with its soft, rounded nose, seamlessly integrating the classic oval headlights that are now upgraded with modern LED internals. The bumper, instead of being bulky chrome, is more streamlined and body-colored in most restomodded variants, giving the car a cleaner, sleeker appearance. The hood curves downward gently, almost hugging the front fenders, while the iconic VW emblem sits proudly above, reminding you of its heritage. The air vents are subtly reshaped for improved cooling and aerodynamics, yet they remain true to the classic proportions. From the front, it's instantly recognizable, a car that looks delicate yet confident, an artwork that moves. Shifting to the side profile, the 2010 Karmann Ghia continues to charm with its low, flowing roofline and compact stance. The body retains its coupe shape, but with smoother surfacing and tighter panel gaps, thanks to modern restoration techniques and materials. The chrome window trim outlines the glass beautifully, and the door handles sit flush, adding a slightly modern aesthetic without losing the old-school vibe. The 16-inch alloy wheels mimic the vintage design but are lighter and more performance-oriented, wrapped in modern tires that provide better grip and comfort. The car sits slightly lower than the original models, enhancing its sporty presence while maintaining an elegant proportion. Every curve feels organic, as if the design wasn't drawn on paper but shaped by wind and time. The craftsmanship here is evident. It's not about aggressiveness, it's about grace and proportion, the kind of design philosophy you don't see often anymore. At the back, the 2010 Karmann Ghia keeps its classic simplicity but introduces small refinements that elevate it. The rounded tail with subtle flares over the rear fenders looks timeless. The rear lights, while maintaining their oval outline, now feature LED illumination for a crisp, modern glow. The rear deck lid is smoother, with small integrated vents that aid in engine cooling. The chrome exhaust tips peek neatly from under the bumper, adding a touch of sportiness without overdoing it. The VW badge at the rear is replaced in some variants with a custom, Karmann Ghia, script, reminding anyone who sees it of its handcrafted lineage. The overall rear styling remains elegant, flowing, and understated, a design that never tries too hard, because it doesn't have to. Step inside, and the 2010 Karmann Ghia greets you with an interior that perfectly bridges retro design and modern comfort. The dashboard maintains the horizontal simplicity of the classic, with circular dials and a minimalist layout, but everything feels more refined and contemporary. The steering wheel is a three-spoke design wrapped in fine leather, often featuring a wood rim reminiscent of 1960s sports cars. The instrument cluster includes analog-style gauges, but digital inserts give you modern readouts for speed, temperature, and fuel efficiency. The center console houses a discrete infotainment system with Bluetooth and navigation, cleverly hidden to maintain the vintage feel. The seats are reupholstered in soft leather or retro-style fabric, offering better support and comfort while keeping the nostalgic aesthetic intact. The cabin space is cozy but inviting, filled with fine craftsmanship, polished chrome knobs, aluminum switches, and real wood inserts give it warmth and authenticity. The acoustic insulation has been vastly improved, reducing road and engine noise, so even though it's a small car, it feels composed and premium. The air conditioning system, which was a luxury in the original, is now standard in many restorations. It's the kind of cabin where every detail matters, where modern usability meets old-world charm in perfect balance. Under the hood, the 2010 Karmann Ghia may surprise you. Instead of the old air-cooled flat 4 from the 60s, many modernized editions come equipped with upgraded 1.8L or 2.0L water-cooled flat 4 engines, producing between 120 to 160 horsepower, depending on the tuning. Some even use the powertrain from the Volkswagen Golf GTI, bringing turbocharged performance into this lightweight body. The result is a car that's not blisteringly fast but incredibly engaging to drive. With its low weight, rear-wheel drive layout, and short wheelbase, the Ghia delivers a driving experience that's pure and mechanical, the kind of feedback modern cars often lack. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour takes around 7 seconds in the higher output models, while top speed ranges between 125 to 140 miles per hour. But the true beauty of the Karmann Ghia lies not in raw numbers but in how it feels, the way it glides through corners with poise, how the steering communicates every bit of the road, and how the small engine hums harmoniously behind you. It's a car meant for pleasure, not competition, and every drive feels like an event. The suspension setup is tuned for a smooth yet responsive ride, while the modern disc brakes ensure safe and confident stopping power, something the original never quite managed. In terms of pricing, the 2010 Karmann Ghia isn't a mass-produced vehicle, so prices vary widely depending on restoration quality, originality, and customization. A high-quality, professionally restored or modified example can cost anywhere between $70,000 and $110,000. For enthusiasts who prefer a more classic, untouched version with mild upgrades, prices can start around $50,000. It's not cheap, but this car isn't about affordability, it's about owning a piece of automotive art, a fusion of past and present that appeals to both collectors and those who simply love driving something beautiful. If you're thinking about getting a 2010 Karmann Ghia, it's important to know what you want out of it. My suggestion would be to choose a build that balances reliability and originality. Some enthusiasts go too far with modernization, losing the vintage charm that makes this car special. The ideal setup is one that preserves the classic styling and lightweight feel while offering a more refined, comfortable, and reliable driving experience. The Karmann Ghia isn't about raw power, it's about personality, design, and connection. It's for those who want something different, something with soul. In the end, the 2010 Karmann Ghia is not just a car, it's a love letter to timeless automotive design. It stands as a reminder that beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. Every curve, every chrome detail, every line of this car tells a story that connects generations of car lovers. It's elegant without being flashy, fun without being extreme, and classic without feeling old. The Karmann Ghia remains one of those rare machines that turn every drive into an experience, not because of speed, but because of emotion. That wraps up today's detailed look at the 2010 Karmann Ghia. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most graceful machines ever created, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Auto Garage, and share your thoughts in the comments. Would you choose this modern classic over today's new sports cars? Until next time, keep driving with passion, stay curious, and never forget the beauty of timeless design.